Hey guys, welcome back to the LearnAPChem series here at LearnAP. In this video, we're going to go over the periodic table. So we're going to talk about how to read the periodic table, how the periodic table is organized, groups of the periodic table, mass spectrometry, isotopes and notations of isotopes, and allotropes. As usual, leave a comment if you're confused or have questions, or you can ask in the weekly live streams we do every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern, where we answer your questions about AP Chemistry. So without further ado, we'll get started. Alright, so now let's talk about the aforementioned periodic table. So you're going to want to direct your attention here to know how to read it. We're going to start with our element name, which in this case is right here, but that's not always going to be there. Above that we'll have our symbol, which is 1 or 2 letters, always starting with an uppercase, and if we have 2 letters, ends with a lowercase. We're going to then have our atomic number, which is equal to the number of protons in that element, and our relative atomic mass, which is an average of the atomic masses of that element. I'll talk more about that later. So if we look here, let's look at sulfur with the British spelling. We can see that we have atomic number 16, so 16 protons. Its symbol is S, and our relative mass is 32.06 AMU. Alright, let's talk about mass spectrometry now. Mass spectrometry is a method used to determine the mass of atoms and/or molecules in a sample and their frequency. This is done by bombarding a sample with high-energy electrons. An electric field then separates the other ions based on their charge-to-mass ratio, and the number at each ratio is organized into a spectrum. And this revealed the existence of what are called isotopes. I'll talk about isotopes in a second, but I want to explain a mass spectrometry graph. So here we have our ratio, and here we have our mass to charge ratio. And so we can see that this mass spectrometry of a group of chlorine reveals that we have some that have an atomic mass of 35 and 37 in this 3-to-1 ratio. And so we could technically use this to find out what atom we had. So if this wasn't labeled, what we would then do is we would look for something on the periodic table which had a relative atomic mass of this. So we would just find the average, and then we would look for something on the periodic table that this average matched up to, which in this case would be chlorine. So isotopes is simply referring to elements that have the same number of protons and thus a different number of neutrons. So an example of this is carbon-12 versus carbon-14. Both have 6 protons, but carbon-12 has 6 neutrons, while carbon-14 has 8. And these can be written in the following notation. So first we're going to write out our atomic symbol. We're then going to write out our atomic mass and our atomic number. So again, if you miss that, we have atomic symbol, we have atomic mass up here, and then we have atomic number. So for carbon-12, it would look like so. Alright, so let's talk about allotropes now. An allotrope refers to different states that the same element can be. So an example here is ozone versus oxygen. So this is the same oxygen element, but ozone and this oxygen here, O2, are in different states. So that's all that's meant by an allotrope. Alright, so that leaves me with today's challenge problem. One isotope of uranium, atomic number 92, has an atomic mass of 235 AMU. Write down the isotope's notation. The solution to this problem is on our website, LearnAP.com. I'll also include a direct link in the description. If you found this video helpful, please like and be sure to subscribe for future content. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for updates about our new videos and live streams, which we do every Sunday where we answer your questions about AP Chem. Links for that will also be in the description. Leave a comment if you're still confused about anything, or also any other comments on the video in general. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.